Welcome to the Binge Eater Podcast. Your boy, the South Spouse here with Big Lynch, Donnie Duckets.
Hi.
What was the funniest movie you saw recently? Like the most, what'd you watch? What'd you consume that you had the most laughs?
Yeah, like you really
Let
put
me
us
go
on the
then,
spot
since I
there.
already know the answer, since I thought about it and you guys didn't, because
Well,
just
a
dropped.
little
It wasn't
warning.
a quiz, bro. I'm just trying to talk, man. You didn't know.
Wow.
Some people have that ready to go. Some people have that on, like on the hip. You know what I mean? I would have said
I
Tim
do. I have
Robinson.
I got one.
Oh,
I
now
got one,
everyone's
too.
got now. Look, now everyone's
Well, because
got
I looked at
it.
my Netflix history and I was like, oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I just thought
Netflix.
of it.
All right, we're already off to a good start.
I watched This Is the End. I rewatched This Is the End recently, and when Danny McBride rolled in, I was just like, "What?" It got me.
That's so funny.
actually
That's
got
your
me.
answer.
He's
got
been
me
back,
so
though.
hard.
Danny McBride's been back in my brain, like in a big way.
Yeah, I
Like
missed
Kenny
him.
Powers, I need
Kenny
another
Powers.
season.
I know. It really got it. Like it just when he showed up, I just was uncontrollably like laughing and crying,
Mm.
and all my other
What
laughs
about
are
you?
coming at other people's expenses. That's it.
What about you, Donnie?
I rewatched / my girlfriend for her first time watched Ted. She'd never seen Ted, so I was like, "You got to see Ted."
I'm surprised that you were like, that was your answer to Lynch, and then you were like, Ted.
You know, that's
No, I'm not saying that
That's
was
a
your
weird one.
answer. I
have a lot
said
of questions.
It sounded like that, though. How did you mean it, though? Because
I meant like, oh,
that's your answer?
I was said it's funny that that's your answer because mine's
is that
also
funny?
like an old rewatch.
Well, it's because
Okay.
I'm on that tip, and I'm just surprised that you're like into New Age Marky Mark, like you like Marky Mark in this phase now.
I mean, I found some of that part cringe, but like, I don't know.
I like Marky Mark in all phases. I never.
I
met a
just
Mark
found some
Wahlberg
of the-
stage that I didn't like.
I just meant some of the like laying on the Boston accent so thick. I mean, it's a comedy. It was funny, but it was a little
Okay,
cringe.
but hold on, Harley
One of
wants
my
to
that
tell us-
movie's
I don't know, Harley wants to tell us
One of
about
my
it.
favorite
He hasn't
movies of
read
all
it.
time. One of my favorite movies of all time is Basketball Diaries. And
Yeah.
that's a movie where Mark Wahlberg scene steals from my favorite actor of all time,
Leo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Was he
And
a
to just-
big God guy? Was he big into God then? I feel like that's old school Marky Mark.
not in the
That's like-
movie.
I think that's
Like in life,
yeah. He's big. He's a big religious.
Mark
guy.
Wahlberg goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah, he's
always.
big.
That's always
He's-
been a thing.
He's big
I think.
into that. You think?
Yeah, I think that's always been a thing.
after he had that whole incident back.
Yeah,
in the
where
day?
like he was like on the streets and like he blinded someone because he was like, he's in a gang. Like I think he
Yeah.
hit up church like the next day and like went to confessional.
Okay.
I like to think that my Marky Mark did that. Anyways, I thought just funniest thing that I saw recently was I Think You Should Leave. Tim Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yeah.
skits are so funny. That guy's the funniest guy. The second I look at him and see him, I laugh. But it's funny because you both said movies, and it's rare that I go see movies and laugh a lot. Although Ted, I did have like 5-6 laughs, which is very good for a movie, anyways. A comedy. But This Is the End. I laughed way more. That's the exception to the rule of what I was about to point out, is that back in the day, like early 2000s, late 90s, there would be a comedy in the theater, and that's in the good theater or in 2 theaters, and it plays for a couple weeks. Something like
Billy
Ace
Madison.
Ventura 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Billy Madison, something that didn't even have a name yet, which made Happy Gilmore like run the theaters. You can go see it like 3 weeks after it came out if you wanted. One of the last movies that I experienced like that was Dude, Where's My Car? I remember going to see it and being low key, like here was the thing. I was blazing up back then. I was blazing up in 99 and, I 2000, but I didn't like weed culture. Like I thought that wasn't cool. I got high, so I was super aware of myself in a stupid 16-year-old sense. And I was like, yeah, smoking weed's cool, but like, don't talk about it. But then you'll also like talk about it loudly around a girl that maybe smokes weed, so that she knows that you're down also. My point is like, this was too surfer, weed smoking. Yeah, dude. Like, maybe you got high one of your first times. Some guy was like, yo, you high, dude? Do you see like a weird elephant behind me? And you're like,
And they do the hand in your face.
yeah, and you're like, that's not how it works, bro. Like, I'm high, but I'll f you up, bro. I'm listening to rap music right now. You don't know me high. But so this movie was like so like rad, dude. Like they called smoking or something like shibbies.
By the way, I never saw this movie.
Oh,
That's funny.
Infamous
That's
thing,
funny.
They make.
I avoided
It's
it
weird.
then because
Well, weird you-
I agreed with you. I was like, fuck this nerdy.
No,
weeb.
Everything I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Is exactly it.
Oh, you don't
Exactly.
like Sean William Scott?
No, that's another
I actually
reason.
do.
That's no, I
actually
like
do.
him too. But at this time, it's like what the Stifler's going to try and smoke weed in a movie now.
Right,
No, dude,
exactly.
you're not
I was
smoking
in
weed,
from the
Stifler.
beginning. I was like, I'm down.
I don't want to hurt you. I know this is going to bother you because it's never, ever like this ever in real life. But this was that small window in time where I could see this 1.5 year difference being a huge difference between you and Donnie. You being down with Dude, Where's My Car and him not.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
not really. No.
Bro, you were
'Cause-
like 13.
You were a young blood, and I was an OG at that point.
Yeah.
I was already hardened by the streets.
No.
And
Look at you right now. They can't see him, but he's significantly older in the face than you.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like that's what it
think
was.
I think it's a little
Hey, I'm
surprising
goofing
for you
around,
to bring
but,
up for you to bring up Ashton Kutcher right now, considering what's been
Hey.
Well, I'm getting to that.
going on. Okay.
Actually, no, I wasn't.
Okay,
I
but
wasn't,
that's
but I wish
really
I was
fucked
because that'd be a crazy connection. No, I didn't want. I didn't think about him.
Mm.
Anyways, back to Ashton Kutcher. The whole like surfer, like yeah, dude. Like,
What do you mean the
smoking
whole?
weed.
Mm.
Sweet. This movie I went to go see with my buddy Matthew. You don't know him. You guys do, but everyone at home doesn't. Doesn't matter. So I went with Matthew, who smoked a big hash joint.
The
and
guy
I remember-
from Castaway.
and we're in the we're in the theater. Super high, super funny. It was a great movie. It was so embarrassing. I was able to, one of the first times in my life, laugh at the things that are trying to be funny and aren't funny, but being so stoned that now I find the not funny very funny. It was a little turning point in my life because this movie was in theaters, and I went to go see it on a day like when it wasn't bumping. And I think about all the years, all the movies, and how it changed. And one of the last banging movies, way bigger than Dude, Where's My Car? One of the last banging comedies that came out was Hangover. And The Hangover is like a fucking trilogy. Like that was a big ass thing. Like there's people out there that still dress like Alan for Halloween with the baby on the thing. There's so many things from that movie. It was a huge comedy. But why would you ever spend money to like be in the theater with your huge ass comedy when, to be honest with you, a lot of the funny movies I see these days that make me laugh 4 or 5, 6 times if it's a good one, like you go see a Marvel movie. Marvel movies are usually funny too. There's usually like 4 or 5 laughs in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And not like the same like quotable shit like a Happy Gilmore had, but Happy Gilmore is like rare. South Park movies rare. These are movies where I was laughing nonstop the whole movie. It was the time, but I hadn't seen when the movie shifted. Like I didn't go to Hangover and laugh the entire time at Hangover.
No.
I laughed like 9 times, and that was an incredibly funny movie. I laughed a lot at Wedding Crashers, like 12 times.
Oh.
That's
You know, it was
Grandma's Boy made me laugh a lot.
Yes.
Grandma's
That movie
Boy was
that was
fire.
more obscure.
I go back to that movie often. That's like
yeah.
once a year, once every 2 year type
But
thing for me.
speaking of big comedies in the theater, when Superbad dropped, that was back-to-back laughs. Like that was like a 40 laugh fucking movie.
I see a lot of content online now discussing that era of comedies and being like, "Oh, this couldn't get made now because of the jokes
Yeah.
they're making." It's
Tropic
just like, no.
Thunder.
Yeah, and Tropic Thunder. Also.
Well, no, Hangover, the first line, isn't it like paging Dr. Efsler?
Not the
Dr.
first line.
Efsler.
Yeah, but that's when they go pick him up. Yeah.
You didn't even notice back then. Like I didn't even pick up on that. Like,
We
it wasn't
what do you mean
something that
didn't notice?
registered.
We noticed and we laughed very hard. 'cause
Yeah, but like
was
it
very
wasn't
funny.
like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that. No one ever
Yeah,
thought that.
no.
No, I
was-
actually probably didn't even like the line didn't mean anything to
Yeah,
me.
it was whatever.
Or I'm sure if I saw it 3 years, 4 years earlier in life, I may have quoted that at like summer camp to like,
Yeah.
you know, but it was just, it was not a time in life that I would have said it. But if I was a couple years younger, like it would have, I would have been using that.
But no one's
Call of
really.
Duty.
The thing is, there's no real. Like, you know what's funny is that we have more comedians than ever making content. It seems that's available online. Like every big podcast and all that. It's all these comedians that are like running this shit. I feel like they're the most. Maybe that's just my algorithm, but I feel like that's where they're at. But there's no like comedian that's the number one comedian in film for us. That doesn't exist really.
No, I think stand up is kind of in this interesting era, is kind of in its highest form right now, where people don't have to compete with each other to try to get movie deals and sitcom deals, and they're actually just working on being stand-up comics. So we're getting all
they
this
just go
amazing
online and
stand-up.
make a ton of money, like, you know, and have it stolen from them. But also, yeah, just make a ton of money in their podcast online. I feel like that's
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I mean.
I'm just saying.
but
it's
that's like different. That's different. Like the podcast is one thing. I do think, you know, as a making YouTube videos, I'll watch TikToks and be like, damn, how could I ever compete with that? You're asking me to like make, you know, 5 jokes in this video, whereas this person just made a joke and they're never going to be seen from again. They just happened to do this one video, made this one mistake, wore this one shirt at this one time in life, and like perfectly the algorithm has delivered it to me at a time when I would find it to be the most funniest, and that person will cease to exist in online or any. I'll never see them again. It's what even with they're not even a funny person, but this was delivered to me because the algorithm
went viral,
but they
You
would
went
know
viral.
that I found, but we made jokes. People quoted us. We sold t-shirts. Now TikTok's like, I'm not out there buying a TikTok t-shirt. I'm getting fed like a person
Yeah.
whose sole existence in my existence was to come out of nowhere and make this 12 on 10 hilarious fucking TikTok. And I'm in the job of making something funny online in the space of 9 seconds. How could I ever compete with that, let alone the fact that I'm swiping and now instantly I got a fucking another one from a completely different person, a completely other hilarious thing, something I didn't even know I found funny is funny. And that's like what's crazy about TikTok, like, and how funny it is. That's just harder for movies. When YouTube came out, they'd see us like do like a zombie special and like, you know, it would get like lots of views, and someone who works in traditional production would be like, to even compete with that, we'd have to make this 5 months in advance, planned out. We'd have to have X amount of dollars cleared, legal, blah, 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 all that. Whereas YouTube was like, you picked up a camera and you filmed. Freddie Wong's fucking banging out like Video Game High School. You know what I mean? And now you just got to compete. It gets, the level of quality changes. You got to compete in a different method. And just TikTok, I fucking really enjoy TikTok. It's scary. I go on and there's a 99% chance I'm going to like what I see.
Well, no, you hold on. You could. I've been thinking about this. You specifically, and Video Game High School for that matter. If you just played that character on TikTok, like repeatedly every single day, like you just do like every TikTok stupid fucking challenge that people do.
If I were from the Video Game High School guy,
you're not Harley plays. You're not Harley. You're not the
no, like I
boss.
put on a suit and I was
You
in
put on
the
a suit.
office,
You shave your head. You do the look. You have a beard.
and I was like, Rafflecopter.
But then
Thank
they
you.
start dancing. Yeah, you start dancing.
Thank
No,
you.
but
It's all about the game. It's all about the game.
But no, don't do that. You do like
Don't do that. I'm not joking. I ain't gonna do that.
No.
doing it.
that could actually work. But if you just did like any TikTok challenge or any stupid TikTok dance and as that character, guaranteed like so many views without a
But
doubt.
what's that do?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not ideal. It's like also like not ideal to necessarily compete in that sense. I mean, I think like I thought like, should I be dressing up like Dean Calhoun and on calm down, on Twitch and
Yeah,
sitting there every
You should.
Friday and I'm like Video Game High School, but like also it's like not my IP.
Of course not.
And like, you know, Freddie's like such a chill guy. He'd be like down with it, but I wonder if he'd be like, yo, calls up another guy. You see Harley like he's getting like 7,000
I think you should
subscribers.
test it out on
7,000 monthly subscribers dressing up like our like Dean Calhoun. Is that weird?
I mean,
Yeah, let him do it. Yeah, of course, let him do it. But like, it's weird though, right? No, sometimes people are like, yo, Video Game High School when? I'm like, I don't know, but
Be
listen,
funny if-
dude, you tell Freddie here, I'm ready to go.
Freddie Wong dresses up like Muscles Glasses and goes on Twitch, and he's like, "What? What?"
Yeah, if he did that, he'd actually kill it. Yeah, some things people just need to do if they wanted to do it, but they don't want to do it. Like I think about Twitch and like the consistency or lack of consistency to it. Sometimes I'm like, someone's like, I want to be on Twitch. I'm like, think very carefully if you want to be on Twitch, because in the best case scenario, you are going to be sitting in front of your computer 350 hours a month. Like you're not going on sick vacations. You can't. If you do that, the next hungry gamer boy is going to take your spot. You have to be there for hundreds of hours. You have to go. I've seen some Twitch streamers. I've watched them over the years. I've lived like 5 lives and I watch them and they're still at the computer. And it's great. They're making tons of money and they're paying their bills and stuff. But like lifetime, they're sitting at their computer. They're there. And I love my computer. I sit here all the time. I love it. And I also would love to do that. I would love to have, be in the 20,000 viewer Andy club, but that's not how it is for me. But I do watch the biggest people. They're bound to the computer. It's a whole other thing that you really
I would not pick the live streaming fame personally. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna make it in the content entertainment space.
Something really cringe. Sorry. Something really cringe happened at work. Actually, this guy so we have different kind of group chats with all our work phones. And this one is like a group chat of all the employees, but no bosses. But still, there's just like a lot of people seeing this. And this guy came in and was like, hey, my brother started a Twitch. Everyone who uses Twitch should go follow him, and like drop that in our fucking work phones. And I was like, what are you doing, man?
Hey, man, gotta do whatever you can.
Yeah, I was like, what? I know. I was like, what kind of response do you think you're going to get from this? Like, you were so desperate. Anyways, kind of irrelevant.
Hold on, that's interesting, though. That's interesting, because I find like I need to see the room. I know that if I knew someone that started a thing, I wouldn't ever show it to you, Donnie, unless I was like, yo, look who's on Twitch, and hold it in front of you, and you'd be like, this asshole from high school?
No, but
like, like something like that. But this guy, like, how, like, is he tight with you guys? Like,
not at all. He's like a weird guy at the office, and this is not like a very active group. Like, almost nothing is said in this group. And then he just came out and posted. He's like, "Here's my brother's
I kind of back
Twitch."
it. He's backing his brother.
yeah, I back it also.
I found it weird. It was not a place to put. Like, no one's ever sent a link.
He's looking for audience everywhere.
No one's ever sent a link in this chat before.
Maybe the content's fire. Maybe the content.
You know how Red Bull popped off?
How?
You know what they did?
Tell me.
They made energy drinks.
Tell me, how did Red Bull pop off?
Let me tell you how Red Bull popped off. Yeah, they made
Not
the
for
energy
nothing,
drinks.
though. It did pop off.
Swear on my life, bro. I could drink a Red Bull.
Kind of fell off.
Okay.
So they
go.
people obviously, you know, if you saw a Red Bull, I wouldn't have gone and bought one. It looks like it's something you put in the hood of your car. You know, I would never...
it was in like a square glass brown jar the first time I saw it.
Oh, really? No, I saw the silver cans, but I hadn't seen like little tight cans like that. I was like, is there alcohol in this? I don't know. But what they did was they bought, they already had them. They took tons of empty Red Bull cans, squeezed them, crushed them, whatever, and threw them in all the garbage cans in London. So people were going and throwing out drinks, and they would see cans of Red Bull all the time. They were assuming that lots of people were consuming the beverage, and they were just like, all right, if people like it, I got to try this shit. And so then they went and started trying Red Bull.
Kind of hilarious.
It is. And my point of that is just like, sometimes you like, you know, you put your message out into the trash can and it might reach the world. And maybe that guy thought of that little thread as the trash can. He's like, I'm even going to put it here. Maybe here.
Now that makes
and you know what? Low key, and I'm not going to toot my own horn because I have a very small following on Twitch. But after this, you got to give me that guy's account, and I'm going to follow it. And at some point, if I ever get rated and I have a lot of followers, and he happens to be live, I'll host his channel and send them over there, and then maybe something will happen all because he put it into that little dumb.
You know what?
Thread.
I think I have my work phone in my car. We could make this happen.
Yeah, I was going to say it out loud, but I didn't want it to dox you somehow. Like if you just said it, because then it's out there. And then
oh, no, I'm not going to say. I wouldn't even know what it is.
You know what's funny?
I don't remember.
You know what's funny about Red Bull, though, is that they, I don't drink any Red Bull. It's not the drink I choose if I'm going to have an energy drink, but I do get served Red Bull videos. I just watched one like yesterday, and I was like, oh, this is sick. Like it was like a guy.
Travis Pastrana.
Like, no, not even like, he's like snowboarding like fresh powder down like a
Travis Pastrana.
It wasn't him, but I'd watch his videos too because he's also crazy. So they do give us quality content, but
yeah,
I don't
they
support
have
them by
a lot of
drinking their
good
drink
shit.
because they somehow fell behind everyone else. Like I don't see anyone drinking Red Bull. Do you ever see people drinking Red Bull?
So
I'll tell you what's up. Okay.
I recently did a big drive. I was
a lot of takes on Red Bull. Eh?
I was way up north with the GF, and I had like a 5-hour drive back after canoeing and a shitty sleep and mushrooms the night before.
King shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna grab like the smallest can of like, I went for a Guru. I was going for the Guru Light.
He went for a Guru.
I went for the Guru Light, but it was at this shitty up north place, and all they had was Red Bulls. And I got this weird special
no Guru Light, only
edition one.
Kalash.
Yeah, exactly. Mountain Dew or crab juice. Cut that. That's racist. Yeah. So I got this little watermelon Red Bull special edition thing, and it was fucking boy. You know what fucked me? It fucked me because the G Fuel watermelon lime is actually fire, and that's the first time I've tried a watermelon energy drink. Was Harvey's.
Yeah, but you know what? Never. First of all, don't ever dox me like that again. Fucking Harley's G Fuel flavor selection. Like I didn't hold it down for you,
bro. You brought it. You brought the fire, and now I'm.
I said
now I'm
Peach
hooked.
3.
Now I'm hooked, man, and I can't fucking get the shit.
Never get the other flavors of Red Bull
ever.
I've tried them.
I'm learning.
Never get them. However, the only time I drink Red Bull and I prefer it over everything is I'll take a sugar-free Red Bull with my Red Bull vodka.
Yeah, but we've been conditioned for that because Red Bull they own that. They own that.
Right. So the sugar-free Red Bull, and if they don't have sugar-free Red Bull, but they have something sugar-free, I'd rather the Red Bull with my drink than the other one, whatever it may be. It goes with it very well. It's a nice,
because it's kind of bitter. So I don't know.
No, I think that's just that's from like going to Tokyo in 2008 and just drinking vodka Red Bulls all day. Your taste buds they've just accepted that as the normal energy drink for vodka.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage? I never asked you guys this because we don't really drink. None of us three are drinkers.
So you're asking me like my favorite cocktail, or if I could pick
your
any
favorite
drink
cocktail, or let's just work broad. You go to a bar, and they're like a bar of infinite alcohol that you've ever had or wanted to try.
Honestly, I always go for beers. I'm kind of simple that way. I'll try. I love a bunch of different beers.
You're a lean built guy. I would also choose like liquid thick bread if I could get away with drinking liquid thick bread, but I know it's like a pizza and a half on my body.
No, I mean I don't know.
At this stage of my life, if I'm going to drink, it's probably just like wine. That's it. I don't really.
See, I don't want to drink wine at a bar. I want like wine with good food. Sorry, go.
No, I was just going to say, are you like me? And you like wine, but you don't like no wine. I did a show on wine. Obviously, cheeseburger and wine. Sorry, wine and cheeseburger. But like I don't have like I'm my knowledge of wine, when I know something can go so deep, I won't share the little bits that I know unless I know that I hold a particularly interesting piece of information. With wine, I do not.
There's a chance that I could become
wine.
This gets even more, and I'm afraid to say this because I feel like you're gonna start making accusations towards me. But the only time I drink is like if I'm traveling in Italy or somewhere overseas, and it's like I'll have a glass of wine with dinner. That's like the level that I'm willing to drink. Other than that, no. So like
where you can sit down and be like,
I know you always are like,
I'm the little Italian boss.
Yeah,
I sit down
You sit down and you're like, put a salad on a pizza for me and bring me some more of that wine.
By the way,
my salad on my pizza and a big umbrella in my little drink, please.
I actually I've been really thinking and seriously considering Big Lynch's pizzas and salads. Like I want to do it. Like,
now that it's out there. Now that we saw people make the moves already.
They actually listened to the podcast and took that from me, and they didn't.
It's not too late. I don't think just because someone does it, you can still do it.
No, I actually think I can see Big Lynch's pizza salad in my mind's eye. I have it's there. Like I know it can be a success.
I honestly think it's a success. If in little writing it says Harley's little cousin, Big Lynch's Salad Emporium.
Do you guys want to invest? I mean, I'm looking for investors right now.
Oh, that's why you're bringing it up.
Yeah, I'm just looking for.
We'll talk about
one small amount. Yeah, look, you can be partners. This is a one-time opportunity here. Big Lynch's pizzas and salads. We could even do Harley's pizzas and salads too, if you want. Like, it could be like
we'll talk. That's what I was thinking, but we'll talk about that.
I think the whole place should be called.
But do you know why
Delicious Donnie's pizzas and salads?
No, you're Spain. You focus on Spain. That's your whole world. We're gonna do.
I think Spain is like a place in Big Lynch and Big Harley's big pizza salad.
This is the worst bit we're doing.
No, wait, you're there. You're like important. Spain is important. You're like the Mick Cafe. Like they go to you for like a dessert.
I'm
They
the
go there for
Orange
toast.
Julius.
They go there for toast. Yeah, they're like, can we get a toast with butter on it? I know the reason why I'm saying this is because I went to this burger spot a couple days ago.
McDonald's.
No, it wasn't McDonald's. But what's funny is that it was this sort of small place that had a retro vibe, which I was really liking. You know, we've been talking a lot about retro fast food spots.
Yeah.
And had a retro vibe, but they do a take on like a Big Mac, but like a higher end like smash burger version of a Big Mac and a regular burger, like a cheeseburger. And this burger was a 11 on 10. It was so fucking good, and I was like, man, I wish I could like send this to you guys. It's such a good idea.
Give them a shout out, or like I want to know what it's called.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. It's called
Big Lynch's Salad on Pizza Emporium.
Yeah.
No, it's called.
Wait, and Donnie, what would your favorite cocktail be? Lynch, you didn't say what your favorite cocktail would be.
My favorite cocktail, I'd probably go with like an old fashioned.
Yeah.
You're such.
I do like tequila though.
You're such an NPC, bro.
Old fashioned is. I just remember getting it when I was like, now this is a drink I can get when someone insists that I have a drink and they're the type of person that I'm engaging with them in some way and I need to have a drink. It's important that it'll be
a drink that they'll respect also.
Well, not even that. It's just that I don't mind sipping it and no one will think that you're like being really slow with it, really.
But you know what? Just some like, I find that there's so much good rum nowadays that you could just get sort of a really good tasting rum with just ice and sip it. You don't even really need a mix. You don't need any of that. But then
it's just such a little glass and it's like sitting there and it's just so miserable looking.
I know.
Like the old fashioned comes in. The thing about the old fashioned is also 70% of places don't make it well.
Yeah.
I've been so many
they'll make it way too sweet.
Or I'll see them literally drop like a sugar cube in it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, but I don't want that.
Right. Like, that's not how it's done.
No, like I want their like I want them to like undress an orange peel. Put like a maraschino cherry inside of it.
You should
like,
see
make my manly drink a little guy.
You should see the old fashions we throw together camping. Like even camping, we're not throwing a sugar cube in it. We're actually going to dissolve the sugar cube and make our own simple syrup on the spot.
Oh, cool.
I got the place just to give it a shout out because it actually was.
Good thing we didn't dead air it until you found it.
No, it's called Class Clown. Clown.
I feel like that's a shot at me.
No, it's a shot at McDonald's. Clearly, and it was a shout out.
Oh fuck yeah!
They did a
100%. I'd see a picture of this. I'd be like, I'm going there.
Yeah, I was.
Especially if I lived in your shit ass town, bro. This is like all I have, dude. Literally, this is all I have. I don't know why you don't have an Xbox Series X or a PS5. What's the point of being an adult? Well, you got a baby, bro. You could bounce her on the knee while you play fucking NBA, dude. You're tripping.
Yeah. What are you bringing her to the fucking Calgary Stampede?
You fell off. You could be selling weed this whole time.
Yeah.
Class Clown hamburgers. Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should go do it.
What do you mean? I'm gonna pull up.
And you go viral.
I'll pull up viral.
Do you think so? So I have that. I have this plan that I think I've told you about, but I don't know if you're really like down yet. But in October, I want to come into Montreal, and then from Montreal drive down to New York with you and just shoot a bunch of content, just like going out there and just eating all the best food. Because I was on TikTok.
Go an SNL party?
I'm down with sure. Yeah, of course.
I got us.
Yeah, I'm down.
I got us in an SNL after party. Like we can.
More important than that to me is actually eating all the food.
You're gonna be able to blow David Spade.
We'll see him. We'll see him.
More important than the SNL party to me, because it's fine. Whatever.
To me, more important than the SNL party. Swear on my life, bro. Not gonna lie. To me, more important than the SNL party. Swear on my life.
Yeah.
God.
Oh shit.
Swear on my life.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
You look
Anyway,
godless.
listen, what
To me.
we're gonna
When I
say?
look at you, I look at your face. I'm like, this is a godless man right here.
Is that what
what I
you think?
That's what I
You
think.
think
yeah.
this is a godless man?
I look at you. I go, this is a godless
I'm
man.
more
He's not
godful than you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
100% I'm more
okay.
godful
No
than you.
chance.
You think you're
No
more godful
chance.
than me?
Why? Because you're sinning more than I am, so you can repent.
What do you
I don't
mean?
understand.
Harley looks like a fucking.
Whoa, what do you mean looks? There's nothing to do with how
He
I
looks
look.
like a
Yeah, it does.
testosterone Ned Flanders.
That's true. Yeah, but that's
He's Ned Flanders
he's got a
on
mustache.
tech.
He's gotta. No, but you think, bro? When was the last time you read the book? No pressure. When was the last time
The Book
The
of
Secret?
when was the last
Eli
time you read the book, bro?
The secret?
by
You wish
Richard
it was a
Dawkins.
secret, dude. You wish.
I said my intentions. You know.
Bro, when's the last time you read?
When was the last time you
Richard
read the book?
Dawkins?
Huh?
Who you want? The Book of Luke? When was the time you read the Book of Luke?
Not recently, actually.
Book of John. You know what's
I'm
funny
just
about
saying-
those?
I'm just
No
saying the way you
disrespect,
look.
by the way. No disrespect. I got baptized, so I can talk
Sounds
about
like, sounds like a lot of disrespect. about to come
Baptized
out of
in
your mouth
Jude.
right now.
No disrespect. No, this is not.
Sounds
this
like
is
a
not some
heavy
Jew-
dose of disrespect about to come out of your
Guys,
mouth.
trust
right
me,
now.
they're not going to vibe
You're-
even if we joke about it. There's no, this right here is not a Jew disrespecting
Okay.
anything like that. I've been baptized, so it's totally
Bro,
cool.
keep Luke's
There's
name
something
out
funny.
your fucking mouth.
Let me talk about Luke for a second. John, too. There's something funny about like
What
the
about
book
Paul?
of Luke. Paul, exactly. But I didn't want to talk about Paul because you have a bias to Paul. It's your father's name, so I didn't want to bring Paul into it. But let me just focus on Luke for a second.
Okay.
Was jokes about the book of Luke? He's like, that's Luke's book. So now it's like a couple thousand years later, you're reading all this and doing the most and like paying and like, bro, that's what Luke says. Luke. When was the last time you were like, oh, yo, my boy, can he come? And it's like, who's your boy? And it's like, Luke. He's like, shit, does anyone else know Luke? Like, you want to vet Luke better. How much vetting did we get of
Luke didn't even write it, actually. He just said it, and then a bunch of people talked about it for a long time. So I was like, you know what?
People that love
I should
Luke
maybe
so
write
much.
this. I should write this down. I don't know how many
But
years
then
later.
the book of John.
Yeah.
All right.
John
I'm a
Cena?
bit down. I'll listen to that. The book of John, like, bro, this world's built by Johns, dude.
Which
You're
book?
fucking. I promise you, Lynch, that house you're in Calgary was built by a John.
You're
100%.
Definitely not.
You
Jimmy,
don't. You don't
Jimmy,
think.
maybe.
Yeah, right. Jimmy. His name's Jim. First of all, and he's only that because he would have been John
Mario.
the Fifth, and they
Right,
tried to
Jimmy.
switch it up a bit. Jim is an offshoot of John. Anyways, John's a big dick name. Why don't you like John? That's your wife's ex-boyfriend dated a John, eh? Yeah, you instant hate on John.
my wife
John,
only-
bro, I'm off
only
it.
dates-
And he
only
was
dates
a
Justin.
carpenter.
She
You only
actually
dated
dates
Justin.
Yeah, actually.
That's honestly, that's like, that'd be rough. If I was with some girl and she was like, yeah, last three guys from, like, oh, she's like, they all have the same name. They're all named Justin. I'd be like, oof. These
Can I-
three Justins? Imagine if it's like, yo, can you meet my three friends? They're both in there right now. All three of them are named Justin. You'd be like, whoa, I'm meeting
Can I ask you a serious,
Justins right now?
I have a very serious question for both of you right now.
This has been serious the entire time. Okay,
No,
go ahead.
because my name wasn't meant to be Justin. My name, I was born. They were like, okay,
Tristan.
here's the name, Julian.
Mine too.
Now, if you look at me and you go, now you of course you know me, so try and separate the Justin of me, okay? Because obviously now I'm Justin.
I do this to people all the time anyways.
Do you think I would be a good Julian? Who would? Do you think I'd be a good Julian? Do you think we'd be chill? Like you would
The
like
thing
each
is,
other? Or no?
I think you've done an exceptionally good, you've done exceptionally well as a Justin.
Okay.
Literally as a Justin, you've done very well. Justin's a strong name. You've done a lot as Justin. So maybe I'm biased because you're my cousin and I helped raise you basically. But I'm like,
Okay.
I can't see a name that you wouldn't be able to take on and accept.
Oh, you think I could take any
and I think Julian is such a specialized name. Like that could be a fuck up on site. But
Do you think I'd be Jules, or do you? Because I'm Lynch.
You could literally.
I'm actually
you
more
would,
Lynch
bro,
than I am Justin.
as a Julian. I think you would eat up. I think if
I'd have
if
hair
you were-
for
if
sure.
you went by
100%
Jules,
hair.
bro, you're leaving no crumbs.
Julian,
Jules?
Julian, full. I have full head of hair, Gary.
Bro,
I actually
Jules
believe
Lynch. Jules Lynch has a full head of hair and he sings R&B
that.
very well.
TikTok too.
What if you're
Yeah,
just
TikTok.
Jay? What if you ended up being like you hated Julian so much that you're like, just call me Jay?
There's no way his parents would let him do that, bro. His mom would not let him accept
No.
defeat. She would have slapped
This
him.
is the thing about it's funny about thing about names.
Julian
What-
would be big time.
you guys wouldn't know this because you guys.
I can't believe I could have been like, my cousin Jules is coming.
yeah, Jules. is
I'd be
coming.
better.
Jules. Yeah.
And everything I said about the name, by the way, the opposite for me. I think I got away with a lot being like tall, weird looking, and
Yeah.
being named Harley.
I brought was it on this podcast I brought that up when I was like, if Harley's 5'10", the whole fucking vibe is off.
Yeah, I always said like if I was like 5'8", my name was like Charlie, just too different. People are calling me Chucky,
Chuck.
you know, and I'm still doing my
Chester.
bits.
Yeah.
But like, you know, yeah,
I like a name that's two names, but what you don't realize when you're with a name that's really interesting is like, I wanted that when we were trying to pick a name for my kid, we had a bunch of names that we were talking about, but I was like, I want to meet this person before I decide. I don't want to make it like some people decide and like, I know the name of my child, Justin Jr. is coming.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You're
know,
like,
but,
she totally shits her pants like a Sabrina.
yeah. I want to see her face and then I'm going to decide what I think the best name is.
I wouldn't do that. I'd see my kid's face. I'd be like, elbow.
But
I had like you're naming a baby, not a human. So I'd be like, his name is Zar.
You guys don't understand. There's a connection you feel.
I understand. I can understand
like,
understanding what you're talking
but
about.
when we had a name and it was like, I had a name that I liked that. It was a very traditional, it was like Elizabeth, which I like the name Elizabeth. I thought I like that name.
I like how much it can adapt. Maybe she's
But then
Elizabeth.
people are like, then someone's
Elizabeth.
like, oh, but you might be Liz. I'm like,
She might be Liz.
that's a tough one. That's a
That's
tough one.
not
Because
tough.
then you
No,
spend your
'cause
whole life going, no. Sorry, my name's Elizabeth. That's the name.
No one's going to see your name written as Elizabeth and be like, Liz.
Yes, they do.
On their own?
You would be shocked. People, it's like, it's just that name has so many names. That's the
Bro,
best
what
part
kind
about
of
it.
Elizabeth committee did you consult here?
I've
Dude,
been
I had
corrected.
big ones.
I've
Big
been
ones.
corrected like not a lot of times in life, but I've been corrected
Yeah, that's
calling
the problem.
someone a Liz. Yeah, hey, it is. I'm gonna knock you up. I would say Liz to an Elizabeth.
100% people.
Maybe in my like late
Big
teens,
move.
early 20s,
Yeah.
and I've had people be like, "It's Elizabeth," and right away,
And you're like, I'm trying to be charming.
and not no like inside like the person who was vulnerable to have been an Andrew Tate fan at that point in life in my head is like, no, it's literally Liz also.
And
I'm going to tell you how when I say Elizabeth, I am saying Liz. Don't give me these other syllables if I don't want them right now. If you want to be Elizabeth, you're automatically Liz also, and
Except-
fucking Beth,
Except
and
you were-
Eliza. You are all of these things every time. You can't pick and choose. I could call you Beth, and you know I'm talking about you. It's written in your name, but I didn't say any of that. Good thing I wasn't 18 in 2023, by the way.
Yeah, except when you were 18, you were more like, my mom told me I don't have to say all the syllables.
True. That's true.
Yeah, it is, bro.
That's too
You're
true.
like,
Yeah.
my mom called ahead and told them,
She said,
told them that I don't have to say the whole
I'd be like,
thing.
Here, it's my mom. She wants to talk to you.
That's
about
why
your
this
name.
podcast. That's why this podcast hits different because people just don't understand how true that is. Like that Donnie drops that gem like that. No one
No, I
else. No
think
one else
people-
gets
I
that.
I
Drop
think
a
if
gem
you've
on
watched
them.
the vlogs, then you're caught up on that stuff. Like if you watch the vlogs, that's something that's an ongoing thing.
Well,
I will mark
maybe.
myself about.
I don't know.
No, you don't know, but we'll leave it at that. You don't know. No, that's the smartest thing you said. Like, you don't know.
All right, Harvey. Whatever you say, bro.
Well, I was gonna bring that up.
Harlan.
When that
I'm,
happened,
I'm Jason. By the way, people call me People call me Jason.
no, that's
all the
stupid.
time.
That's great litmus,
No, no.
litmus test. You know, someone's stupid if they do that.
Yeah,
But
automatic
what
rejection.
I would do is people will call me Harvey, and I won't correct them. Like I won't be like it's Harley, which is why I never vibed with Liz Elizabeth. Like relax, like but like you want to make it harder for people. It's fine here with this person. They just said my name wrong, but I know what they're talking about. If there was a Harvey there, I'd be like, no, bro, that's Harvey. I'm Harley, you fucking idiot. But if they're just like Harvey, like I don't correct people. And some people don't fuck with messing their name up. Some people are very about it. You know? If someone you
Well, a
meet
name
someone
can-
the first time and you're like, and your name was Alex, right? And they're like, it's Alec. And you're like, okay, sorry, I wasn't there the 9,000 times you had to correct people throughout your entire life. Like,
Right.
sorry that's who I am right now. But some people don't fuck around when you mess their name up. They don't like that. They'll be like, it's Matthew. Don't call me Matt.
Yeah. Well, they're clinging to some scraps of fucking respect. That
It usually
they're not getting
happens
somewhere else.
Yeah, it usually happens sometimes if you try and make their name cute. Maybe you're like, yeah, Maddie. And he's like, it's Matt, not Maddie.
Yeah.
You know? And you're like, anyways, bro, my favorite drink is a Manhattan.
I kind of respect the correction because it's almost like I feel like that person would tell me if I had something in my teeth. So I kind of respect it.
No.
You don't
I
think
think
so?
they're the same person, no.
You don't think Maddie and Matthew would tell me that I got something in my teeth or I got like
The thing about the teeth is I see something in someone's teeth sometimes. I 100%, I'm that person. I want to tell them there's something in their teeth. But I don't do it. I just trip out. It's just in my head and I don't think about it, but I'm thinking about it the whole time. But it's not at the part of my brain where I'll say it out loud.
What are
But, like,
these calculations?
Well, calculations. If someone has,
I'm an auto tell you.
No,
whether I know
I'm
you
saying
or not.
like Lynch's inquiry. He's like, you don't think the Maddie Matthews gonna tell you about your teeth? Like, you're talking about made up people and made up.
You wanna know-
oh, they're real. These
No.
people are real, bro. Trust
Do
me.
you want to explain my logic? It's pretty simple.
Tell 'em.
Someone who's particular enough to be like, this is my name and I'm willing to tell you in this situation whether I know you very well or not. I feel like it's the type of person who found a situation and around a bunch of people would be like, oh, yo, big guy, big Lynch or big
I'll
guy.
tell you why you're wrong.
You got something right there.
Tell him why he's
Yeah.
wrong. No.
Yeah, tell
why
me.
he's wrong.
Because the person that's so obsessed with you getting their name wrong is self-interested. They don't give a fuck what's in your teeth. They're not even
Yeah,
thinking
but
about
it
your
is. It's
teeth.
bothering them too now. It's they have to
I
look
don't
at
know.
it.
I feel like they're
So
particular.
that's a fine line. But it's a great point. But it is a fine line in this entire thing that we're talking about. That's
So we're occupying all three possible positions right now.
one time.
My mind
this
is right
person-
now.
We need a guest. Fucking
What?
call Goblin.
One time, this person was like, we were all like hanging out in a hotel room together, chilling, and like someone was like, "Yeah, well, yeah, if they don't read," and this person that doesn't know Lynch that well was like, "Yeah, it doesn't read. Like Lynch doesn't read," which is weird because Lynch is very well read. And
Yeah.
Lynch also like
It's also a weird accusation.
it was so bizarre, and Lynch was there and he was like, "Why would you say that?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm just kidding." In the conversation, he's like, "No, hold up. Why would you say something like that?" And now it was like so thick, the air, and I was there. I'm like, yo, this is happening. Because why did she say that? She shouldn't have said that. But now you have Lynch there, and you got to explain, like, what? Do I look like I don't read books?
Right.
What if a person doesn't look like read books? They look dumb or something?
And then he pulled the fucking only book you need out of his back pocket and read the book
Catcher
of
in the
Luke.
Rye. The book of Luke. Book of John, 100%, bro. Like, trust me.
I
John
don't
wrote that
know.
book.
Lynch
Luke had someone scribe it for him.
bro.
John
Luke
wrote that
used
shit.
the Force.
That person was just mad I had big reads on a situation. They were not happy today.
It's funny you say that. I think they wanted to fuck you, and that was the only way they could break the ice and have a
They were doing
direct
that?
engagement.
And they
with
didn't
you.
expect that kind of energy to come from me.
Yeah, and probably it was just like they were probably like, "Oh, great! Now I'm gonna want to fuck him forever, and I'm not even gonna get to do it." Like they were, like,
Yeah.
But no, it's a Manhattan, by the way. I used to be old fashioned.
Oh,
And now you're
that's what, you
Manhattan.
like vermouth. That's very intense.
The thing is, like, it's just so similar to an old fashioned. Sorry, I just I just like hiccup, burped, and cried at the same time for a millisecond. I think I just had closure.
good thing you
from
didn't
Burning
fart.
Man.
I wouldn't
I
place
know,
any
dude.
bets on that
I know,
having
dude.
not happened.
But when I'm going out and I'm having the drink and it's like someone's like, "Oh, have a drink," I'll have the old fashioned because in a nice like, is that a whiskey glass? A Manhattan
A martini
old-fashioned
glass.
comes in. No, the
Old fashioned
Manhattan
comes in
martini glass.
like a
Yeah, like a
like
highball kind of
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like a manly glass to have, a little brown
Yeah.
liquid in it, but there's like that orange peel in it, and they're like, "What's going on?" You know. But you know, you could sit there and sip that for a while. But if I'm trying to get fucked up, like a
Go on, martini
Manhattan
glass?
doesn't play around. You just have to you're just gonna have it in a martini glass. So when you're like 6'6" and big, sitting at a bar with a martini glass in your hand, it looks particularly hilarious and stupid.
Thank God your
Yeah.
name's Harley, and not Harvey.
But that,
Harley.
the other
Honestly,
thing is,
for real. If
Yeah.
I was Harvey, I got the old fashioned. I'm wearing
Yeah.
a suit. Instead, I'm Harley, and I'm like a washed up YouTuber with a Manhattan. I'm like, this will get you more drunk.
I'm trying to not get drunk though. That's what I like about the beer too. Is like I'm gonna have a few pints over time. If I'm gonna sit here and have 3 fucking old fashions, it's gonna be It's gonna get sloppy fast.
Just have an old fashioned and drink water at the same time.
We should do Power Hour next episode. See how that goes.
Well, yeah,
Or
What's that?
Century Club. Oh, come on.
PKA does drinking episodes. We should have a smoking episode.
Oh,
Dude,
that'd
it
be
actually-
really fun, actually.
It's
We
always
gotta have bongs or something
Yeah.
that we could keep hitting.
it's always bothered me that I couldn't smoke a joint sitting here.
Yeah, you can.
No one's stopping.
You're not.
You
Oh,
can see
because
you.
it stinks the place up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot that's my home.
Yeah.
Am I too good for my home?
I'd get like a fucking updraft going.
And no one ever
like,
smoked in Harley's
my
house. You're not
windows.
allowed to smoke. That's one rule in Harley's house. You can't smoke, and the dogs are not allowed to shit inside. 2 big rules in Harley's house, honestly.
And you know what I say? Rules are meant to be broken. My feet are in shit right now. No, that'd be sick.
I wanted to run through a couple just to fill our quota of food topics because we happen to talk.
Yeah, we like talking about food. The food's good.
I saw something that I'd known for a long time that I don't know if this applies to the U.S. or not, but in Canada, there's been a lot of drama about the cost of food in general. It's been, it's been tough times out here with inflation out of control and everyone's fucking groceries seeming like they're absurdly expensive, which they are. Someone posted this clip or this article about Dollarama versus Loblaws, where they compared the same products, like 1v1.
with
and
like same weight and everything.
Like everything.
spaghetti?
It wasn't like a special version for
Like
Dollarama.
spaghetti was like 99 cents and it was like $4.49 at Loblaws. Some of the things were like really.
And I thought it was so they list like spaghetti, they list like even cereal, like cereal's like $2 versus $5.50. You know what I mean? There's like tomato soup, like it's like everything is marked up over 100%, if not more.
What made me
versus the price
sad?
tag.
That's free market capitalism, man.
No, but what's
So
crazy to me is
people
that
could shop
people are
at Dollarama.
people. This went viral. People are just figuring this out now. Like, have you ever been on a budget, high as a motherfucker, wanting to get chocolate, and you're like, I got $10 here right now to spend on my snack situation. If you hit Dollarama, that $10 goes very far. You go to any other store, like a gas station or Loblaws for that
A
matter,
grocery store is
you get nothing. You get like two pieces of chocolate and like maybe a soda. That's it. That's all you get. This has been known.
I've like DoorDash from Dollarama many times.
Sorry. Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you go there, items are like 99 cents and it's a chocolate bar.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting a 99-cent chocolate bar any fucking gas
they're like
station.
$3.50 now.
A Mirage for 99 cents. But what was really silly was I saw this website posted this, the Loblaws Dollarama thing.
Mm-hmm.
And someone had commented, they were like, yeah, but what about the difference in quality? And someone else was like, they're the same because it's
Exactly
the
the
same
same.
brand. It's the exact same thing. She goes, no,
Yeah.
there's still a difference in quality. And I was like, what a silly fucking...
Yeah,
silly.
they don't.
They got you. Like,
they would lose
got
more
you.
money. They would lose more money making a bad version. Like
Yeah, it's
start,
harder.
like having
It's
a second
harder.
production of
Or
a
having
bad version.
people hired to weed out the goods and the bads and split them up accurately.
Yeah.
There's just, or even creating the technology to, it's the same fucking box.
And then
But she was
people
really-
and users might not know where the source was from, so they're just seeing a bad version of your product. No one would do that to themselves.
All there is a difference in convenience. You can go to a grocery store as a one-stop shop to get everything you need, and you can go to Dollarama to get some things, but then you also have to go to a grocery store to get other things. You can't
You're like,
get
I want
everything
candles and
Like at the
ashtray
gas
and
station.
chocolate.
Yeah, the gas station, they're like, you're here for gas. So if you
Yeah.
want to buy your like 24 pack of Coke, it's going to run you a couple bucks extra.
there. Yeah, well, if you want your frozen, well, actually, you can't even get a lot of these frozen things now. I don't know if you saw that. Like Canada just be getting fucking dunked on. They Nestle, who owns like Delicio, which is a fucking classic. That's a Harley. That's
Fuck
a
Nestle,
Harley
yeah.
Mornstein, like classic Delicio to the fucking roof in his garage. To
We've
the
all-
roof. You hit the
We had a
rotation.
Delicio freezer, like a
Freezer.
toe
Yeah.
Delicio freezer.
That shit was with Hawaiian Tropic punches. Oh, dude, like that.
Pepsi
that,
lemon twist.
ooh, you hit the rotation in the garage, and then it's like, yo, you want Delicio with the
had
ranch
to
dressing?
go,
Back when
bro.
ranch was banging. That's
Bro,
back when
like,
ranch
dude.
was fucking fire, dude. It was the best. Yeah,
I got the ranch McChicken at McDonald's, by the way. It was good. McChicken with mayo is better, but I just got crazy and I got that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, continue.
But Delicio, they're done.
Delicio.
They're like, no, we're out of here. They're like, oh, Delicio.
Are they done?
Yeah, they're like, fuck
They're leaving
Trudeau,
Canada.
bro. You see what he wore to the movies? We're done.
Yeah, they're done. They're going to support their long-term business growth, including confectionery, coffee, ice cream, premium water, which I understand why they keep water. They charge $4.
Don't
for
ever say premium
500
water, bro.
milliliters of
Fucking-
water.
As if
At
the
Pet-
new H2O just dropped.
Do you think
Don't
there's
you
not enough
ever.
stoners? Like, what happened?
H3O, motherfucker.
Delicio?
H3O.
Like, no one
That's
buys
big.
Delicio anymore? That's done? Delicio's finished?
But I think once like certain brands of pizza made the moves over here, Delicio was the best thing about Delicio was it tasted a lot like a Domino's pizza. So it didn't need to happen anymore. And what I was noticing about Delicio was that whole sauce and cheese and topping center started getting smaller and smaller. That crust was getting thicker and thicker on those bad
Yeah.
boys. It was getting silly.
Yeah.
I shed no tears for
Also,
Delicio.
Domino's
I moved on.
probably has a frozen pizza you could buy now at the not that I've
No, not in Canada.
But I moved on from that a long time ago. I'm good with that.
So you're fine with them cutting that. You don't feel bad, I guess.
Well, I'm not fine with the government and our freedoms being. But here, look at this. I got this for you guys. This is when I was saying how can I compete with TikTok?
Yeah.
Like how can I compete with this?
what the fuck?
You watched it?
Yeah. I don't like it one bit.
Why is it like a whole everything that I would ever feel in like a 90-minute comedy horror movie? I instead just got it.
I don't know. Why am I fucking nauseous and turned on right now?
Hold on. Let me just pull this up here.
God damn it.
It's just fucked up. How can I compete with that, dog?
Easily, you actually went viral recently.
But did you watch what I sent you?
Yeah. I didn't understand it.
There's not exactly. What the fuck? Rice. Like that's silly shit. That to me is like, I look at that and I'm like, damn, bro, someone's an artist, like in a genius way, in the way that I think and work, but like they're so far beyond me.
Bro, what do you mean?
No.
You literally have a TikTok with almost 2 million views that just went up like a couple days ago.
So
That doesn't mean anything though.
It's
Just-
funny because I don't watch TikTok, but I do see TikToks that make it to Reddit and fucking other places.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that dude that always makes those TikToks like about his dad. You've seen it, you know, where he like shows him how to put on the New Balance and the short and the like cargo shorts and the dad cap.
Oh yeah.
You know who I'm
The
talking about?
McFarland family.
Sure.
Looks like a dad with white hair, and he's got like 5 big boy sons.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know if there was 5. Anyways, that for whatever reason, that one always fucking. I see that, I'm like, this guy's so smart. Like he wrote this reverse engineered dad joke into like an entire sketch that's really funny and compelling, and I'm like, this is a talent where I consider myself funny, and I'm like, I don't have this.
Yeah. I understand and relate. And like to those listening, by the way, guys, so it was a TikTok where there's this hot babe next to a Rolls Royce, and she's sitting next to it, and she's holding like a little microphone, and she goes, a Rolls Royce, in this accent.
And then it cuts
then
to
she,
a.
wait, no. Then she flicks the fucking hood ornament, and it goes ting. And then it cuts to like a dog. What kind of dog is that, Donnie?
I think that was a Saluki.
It was a Saluki, and it was like, and the dog's on its ground, and it's like, and then it cuts to the dog's paw knocking its own little like yard leash device thing. It's just fucked up and weird. I know what I described sounds weird and unfunny. It's inappropriate and shouldn't exist. And how can I compete with that? Love it.
Might have been an Afghan hound.
You can't hear that?
No, but I know this off by heart. This is fascinating.
This is you,
Like,
yeah.
asking me like I know exactly.
15 Big Macs, please.
Excuse me?
15 Big Macs, please.
How much Big Macs?
15.
The trios or just the Big Mac?
Just the Big Macs.
15 Big Macs? Yeah, it's 76 and 73 cents.
Okay, and can I get a liter of Big Mac sauce on the side?
No problem.
Thank you. That was incredibly easy.
And it's not even that long ago that I watched it because I went collecting videos for that one of me through the ages. And I ended up watching more old Epic Mealtime. The real classic old videos of Epic Mealtime are where it's just Let Me Know or just Amir hosting a Handle It. Fucking fire.
But you know what? That clip is so good because of the way she's like, how much? And you're like, and then you ask for the liter of Big Mac sauce, and like I watched it, I'm like, oh, this is like in my brain, I've watched so much TikTok, I'm like, oh, this little small clip, and this, I guess it's not saying much that like the most viral video ever made on the channel is also viral somewhere else, but like this specific snippet where the way she responds to you, and then it's like you're like, and it's like, how much, like just so confused by the 15 Big Macs, then you're like, a liter of Big Mac sauce, like, okay. You know,
Yeah.
that was incredible.
Yeah. She was like, yeah.
So many perfect things happening in that like back and forth. And I kind of think it touches on what you're saying about how do you compete with just like the amount of like just things that happen. Like people just like filming their lives and just crazy shit happens that ends up being funny. Like that reaction, you didn't script that. It just happened because you happened to be filming. And like
when Epic Mealtime got more popular, the ability to film stuff with people on the spot without them acting a weirder way was gone, that I wished I had done it more before we got recognized in our town.
Yeah.
Because it was good.
I remember when they were like, he's here.
Yeah, exactly. And then we were like, okay, put the cameras down because now it's weird. They're gonna ask for pictures and stuff or something. It's not what we wanted. But if I were trying to pop off today, I think what I would do is I would do stuff with people on the street. And I would do people on the street stuff, hidden camera stuff, and I would not do pranks. And I would make sure that I'm not wasting people's time. And it would be something where I could ask them if they want to be on camera and then like take it from there. Ask a weird question, whatever it would be. I just know it'd be people on the street shit. Cause like, I could talk to people fine. It'd be okay. That's easy.
But that's why I want to, and I was trying to say, that's why in October soon, I want to do a little trip down to I actually want to go to Buffalo too. New York, Buffalo, like I want to hit the best spots in all these like cities along the way, go on an absolute just terrorizing amount of food, just like eat all the best food. Because I saw a couple of videos like around there of these restaurants. I'm like, I need to eat this. Like I just want this. Like I want this food now. And then, like you said, just getting out there and maybe like finding people to collab with. You can maybe meet up with your boy Keemstar in Buffalo potentially. You know,
what's that spot?
Go to a bunch of places and just like, rather than get out of the kitchen and go and do something. I just think it just needs, there needs to be like a lot of people are doing that. I want to find that sort of like that little bit different about it, you know, but I think that'd be a lot of fun just to like get out there and just have a good time eating some good food and, I don't know, cracking jokes, whatever, just like fucking chilling before winter comes, of course. You know,
that's not that. Of course, I'm down to do it during winter.
Yeah, it's just more annoying
driving
to drive. Like I want to be like I want to drive. Like I want to. It's not even that far. It's like an easy little thing to do. You know.
Well, what to go to Manhattan?
It's not Manhattan. It's like I want to stop in all the
Jersey, and you take the shuttle to Manhattan, dog. No, come on, you know the rules.
New Jersey's even further, though.
Yeah, but you don't have to buy a place in Manhattan for the.
And then we'll catch the margarita.
All I'm saying is it's still a drive. Still an 8-hour drive.
That's not 8 hours. I eat 8-hour drives like it's nothing, bro. I could do 8 hours like easy. I just did 11 hours.
It is
with a child.
For me, it is above 8 hours is now where I'm like in the zone of being away. And then like 9 to 12, it can hold, and everything after 12 hours, it's like I'm gonna dread that for a month, that trip coming up, if it's 12 hours. Unless I have my Steam Deck, then I enjoy myself. If I can play my Steam Deck,
and that makes for good content.
You don't get
if you're sitting in the car
though? Playing
Steam Deck?
Nah, bro, I'm straight, dude. I'm straight as hell. Nauseated? No, bro. 2023. That's for women only. Dude, you can't read? You can't. I don't understand. How do you make money on the way to work if you can't read while you're driving?
I just want to go and do like we did. Like remember we went to.
I make money by people tipping my love sense to vibrate on the way to work.
I gotta get me one of those. Yeah, but I want.
What's up, Justin Lynch?
I'm also. I'm gonna go to LA in October.
In October,
beginning of October.
I don't know, man. I don't see as much I think the stuff I've been seeing, the videos I've been served at least is all like sort of East Coast New York based, even like Philly, dude.
Because you're like a hater old head, Tim's on his feet type dude, and they know that, bro. They see your hat. Look at your hat.
You're dead ass.
The set you put that hat on.
You're
all the
Yeah, I had
algorithms
that
did.
hat. That's true. Yeah, Donnie's right.
Yeah, he is
That's
dead
true.
ass.
That's true.
No, they
you're
saw.
right. You're right, Donnie.
They saw your hat.
Yeah.
Just that right away. The algorithm took that, and they're like, he's dead ass.
Yeah.
And honestly, like
You dress like
if,
Luke Cage.
if you had broccoli hair, it would have looked at you. They would have been like, he's not capping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
it's just dead ass before he's no cap.
Yeah, dead ass before no cap for sure. I'm just, you know,
Yo, that
I'm
should have been the
awfully
name
good.
of our podcast.
dead ass.
Dead ass before no cap.
That would be actually pretty good.
No.
Yo.
No. But no, I wanted to. I
Now
gotta go
Marlon's
to my,
gonna start that podcast.
no.
Aren't
I
you
gotta
guys,
go to LA. I gotta go to my Burning Man decompression party.
why so?
Really?
You guys already did it.
It's so funny to like fly
To go on vacation and then
To
have a
fly a bunch of
decompression party
times.
from your vacation.
That's pretty weird.
and then have to fly somewhere to decompress and get
Yeah.
jet lagged.
yeah.
Jet lagged.
Sounds like a really
Come
good
on.
excuse to do more drugs. In my
Bro,
opinion.
3 hour
I get
3 hour
jet
jet lag.
I haven't touched drugs, nor would I since I've been back.
Sure.
And I told them there, I was like, the funniest thing is I blaze a lot at home,
hmm
and I didn't blaze a single thing there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh yeah, like when I get home, I'm gonna be blazing. And they're like, how you gonna? And I was like, oh, this shit, I don't do this shit at home. Like this is a fun adventure if I get tickets to a show or something at home. But I've done enough this week to like I'm
You're like,
good,
I'm good.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
good.
I'm good till fucking April.
Like I'm good, bro. Trust me, I'm not well, bro. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I'm
I need
good,
to give, I
but
need some
you
time.
might want to rinse.
Yeah. One time, guys, to everyone listening, one time I had sex with this girl, and it was
Okay,
risky that because I didn't wear protection,
Sure. Yeah.
and
I
I
feel
was
like,
like,
are you
I
sure
was-
it's just a composite of many girls.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, we didn't wear a condom, and she was like, yeah, well, I'm good, but you might want to rinse. And I'm like lying in bed, like my dick's small now. It's like that far. I was like,
regret is setting in.
Yeah. Post nut clarity.
Yeah.
it's like it's not even hanging down. It's like hanging on the side. Like, and I'm there. It's like cold. Like my,
It's not even hanging. It's
I got
so
a
small
wrinkly-
that it's straight up.
I got a ring. It's just a pink head and like hair.
Attractive, man.
hair. Like my balls, never seen them redder and tighter.
Yeah.
Like, the balls are in me, but it still looks like the ball sack that's shriveled is full. Do you know what I'm saying?
She just don't you think of rinse. Oh man.
And I was like, yeah, it's not a condom. It's like, yeah. And she was like, I'm good, but you might want to rinse.
You know what's crazy?
And
is
so
that
I'm like looking
Yeah,
at
and
this.
it's like all the math formulas floating past your head. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, and I'm like lying on my back now. Like the ceiling of her place doesn't look cool or clean.
Yeah.
I'm like
You're like,
feeling
actually,
like
it does
water
kinda smell in
damage
here.
and like everything, and I'm like, fuck, there's water damage on the walls.
you see
What
some
about
other
the
guy- you see
walls?
some other guy's
What about
shoes
walls
against the wall.
inside her?
You see some other guy's shoes against the wall. You're like,
No,
oh,
worse. I saw a bigger handprint over behind the headboard, like 2 hands, way bigger than mine. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking the bad guy. But
See-
just, I was like, what do you mean I might want to rinse? And she was like, I don't know, you might want to rinse. I was like, why would I want, like I do want to rinse anyways, but
What
Are
don't I
you-
know?
are you rinsing? And what do you think a rinse is going to do? Like, what am I protecting myself from right now? Like, I don't want to turn on the lights and look through my
See guys,
folds.
this is why you got to be in a committed relationship because that what you described there, I feel like you can manage that scenario, like compartmentalize and
Yeah, bro, I was in
your
the
life.
desert, dude. I was on acid.
Yeah, well, I personally would be like going through like a crisis of self. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm dying. I'd be like, I think I'm dying now. Whatever this rinse scenario was, equals death.
Yeah.
Whatever reason they told me to rinse,
Is that where you go with things? Death?
in my head, I'm like, oh,
He's probably in like an I'd rather die place and deal with like
I don't
Yeah,
want to have to
no.
like.
Well,
I don't
it's
want
just
to like wait
I don't know.
months to find out my
I've got
fate.
anxieties, and people talk about sometimes like, oh yeah, like death, and I'm like, that's the easy part. No, let's get super dark with it.
No,
I feel like
No, I-
suffering.
I'm
is
thinking
worse.
more-
I'm
but
thinking
that's-
more
I feel
like
suffering is worse. My anxiety doesn't come from death. It comes from like living with a bad thing.
no. I see. You took this to a place I wasn't expecting. No, what I'm what I'm describing is like it's like if I did that, someone said to me, I wouldn't like in my mind. I'm not. I find it weird that people are always like, oh, she might get pregnant. I'm like, oh, I may have caught like an incurable disease.
Yeah,
That's what my brain thinks. But I think
Right.
most people, what they think in their head is, oh, like I could have a baby. Like this person
no,
could be pregnant.
me too. I'm definitely going to like fucking herpes with it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm definitely like a child with this human is way worse than me dealing with herpes.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
having like a child with this person and just like it's just like, oh, this person is now going to be part of my life for the rest of my life.
I think now's a good time to tell people about your son, Harley.
Yeah.
My son,
Garlic
his
Jr.
name is Donnie, and he's not straight, but I love him.
Bottle of them.
Garlic
But I
Jr.
love him.
He didn't rinse, so the garlic came out.
That's why I came out.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's
That's
something like
wow.
a top 5 fucking nightmare for me.
Yeah.
You know, but you're a crazy guy. But you survived it, obviously. The rinse.
I gotta-
Did you rinse though?
Of course, I rinse every time, anyways.
I got
uh,
a funny
No, I was just gonna say how I always piss and rinse when I'm done. Go ahead.
I got a funny story that's not mine, but I feel like we could all enjoy it.
Sure. Why don't you say it's yours so it sounds better?
Yeah,
All right,
I
so-
can modify this. I'll help you modify so that you could say it's yours.
So I can't because all my friends know it is not mine.
Yeah, but,
But
Your friends don't
we're
listen to
taking,
this.
bro,
They don't
trust
listen to
me.
this podcast. So they don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Show
That's
business.
like- they're not
Do
your
you guys listen to this podcast?
Do I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no
enjoy.
choice.
So you're saying you're not my friend?
No.
not like that
I-
though. Not
yeah.
like that.
So a friend of mine meets
Sure.
these girls from France in a bar.
So you met these girls from France in a bar.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I meet these girls from France in a bar, you know? It was me. I was there. They were from France and we were at the same bar. And then whatever. It goes back to their fucking apartment at the end of the night. And instead of going like right to bed, we're up in the kitchen all night drinking wine and eating cheese and talking. And then at like 4 or 5 in the morning, we go to bed and kind of start to fuck around a little bit, but instead fall asleep and wake up the next morning and we're like, haha, yeah, no, we never actually had sex. Let's do it now. And she's like, okay, I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. She goes to the bathroom. While she's in the bathroom, my stomach is just dying from all this fucking wine and cheese and 3 hours sleep. Been sitting in this bed in this apartment and I drop a disgusting fart, like peel the paint, disgusting fart
Yeesh.
while this girl's in the bathroom. So she comes out and walks in and is like, all right, let's do. Did you fart in here? And I'm like, yeah, I did. Sorry, all the wine and cheese really hurt my stomach. And she's like, get the fuck out.
Good
'Cause
call
you-
by her.
Because she farted in the room.
And I'm like, what? And she's like, get the fuck out! And completely goes fucking insane, grab the clothes and run out.
It's a good call, in my opinion.
Why? Yeah, that's crazy though. She hates farts that much.
Based on the smell of that
But
fucking
was that,
wine
that's
and
how?
cheese
Oh, that's
fart.
how bad the fart was because it was disgusting.
Okay, but like all
Yeah.
the kids these days talk about like the ick. You know, that to me, if you just walk in prepared to have
Imagine you're like
Relations?
ready for sex, and also when it's like a one night stand, it's like you don't know this person, you don't have enough goodwill built up with them where you could write something off and be like, "Oh, poor you, your stomach hurts." It's like you come in and you're like, "All right, strange man, what is this disgusting smell?" And he's like, "My ass." You're like, "Get the fuck out."
Don't worry, that's the hole that next to the thing you were gonna suck and was gonna go in you.
Yeah.
He's right next to it. Don't worry. Now let me stuff me in you. Let me stuff me in you.
Now, if the girl
So
told you, if the girl was like,
breathe
"Oh,"
heavily, breathe this air in.
would you wake up? If the girl woke up, she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna drop a quick deuce, and I'll be back to have relations with you." Would that?
that
made you feel?
I
weird,
have
or would
I
you
have
like, "Oh,
hooked
that's
up with
cool."
girls that on sight you knew were the type to say something like that.
And you were like, "That's cool."
Well, that particular thing is something that I'm fine with anyways. Like I just understand it. I don't know if I shared this on the podcast, but I used to like have a girl maybe stay with me for a couple days and we barely knew each other. We were just hooking up. And I know that they just met me like in person within the last month or so. So they're now sleeping over and we're like, at a hotel or something.
Hotels are tough for this reason.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, I'm going to go work out now. It's going to take me about an hour. I'm not saying you have to take a big, disgusting shit or that you will take one. But if you did have to take a big, disgusting shit, when I walk out the door is the perfect time to go do it and have it stink and have the smell dissipate and have me not even know you took a huge shit. And I'm only saying this just in, and this, you're like, oh no, I'm good. I don't have to shit. I'm like, of course you do. You don't have to shit. You don't have to. I'm just saying. It's crazy.
You're like,
that
why
if
would you?
Yeah,
Why
like,
would you
but
have
if you
to?
did, knowing full well this person ate the same last 2 meals as I did, I just pour this bitch up. I'd be like, yeah, now's your time to go do it. And I go to the gym workout. Maybe I would put my shit out there also at that time. But I always did do that. So shitting is like something that I got it. It didn't freak me out. And some girls are just like, they're just like funny like that. They're like chill like that. They're like, also, I've realized that people are like 10 years younger than us. I'm 38, like 28-year-olds, 27-year-olds, they talk about their pisses and shits much more openly in front of, the opposite sex or whatever. I was weird. I was weird at Burning Man going on a 10-hour truck drive. I was with 4 other dudes who were all over 6'4" at least. And I was like, yo, guys, just so you know, if any of you have to fart, I don't care. Say it, and we could open up windows. And they were like, wow, why are you saying that? I don't like that you're going to maybe be farting in the truck. And I'm like, no, I might. I'm just saying I'd rather know that one of you farted and we can evacuate it from the truck easily before one of us smells it and then quietly goes like, hey, can you open the window? Like, just say it and we can handle this shit as a team. And they're like, you're weird, dude, bro. And I was like, oh, they're older than me. And I'm talking about farting. And they're like, farting. And then like I was talked like someone.
It's funny
like
that you're trying to set a policy though.
Yeah. And I'm like 20. They'll be like with 27-year-olds. They'll be like, oh yeah, bro. We fucked and then she shat and then I shat. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You guys just
didn't even get out of bed.
Yeah, you shitting together like that, And they're like, yeah, bro, you got a problem with shit. I'm like, no, trust me. I'll fart in the truck. I'm good with shitting with the girl. Trust me, dude.
So on a related,
I'm straight.
Unrelated topic, like what's happening here?
Chicken sandwich from Burger King. Careful what y'all eat.
We don't hear it, but what am I looking at?
Is it moving?
That's just a chicken sandwich.
That's just because
someone fried a toy. Someone fried a toy in there.
No, that's shit. Like some pink slime fucking bullshit.
They're throwing stuff in.
Man, the U.S. really needs to like up their fucking meat standards that they serve in this shit because they really do that.
Why does it look
slime.
so creamy though? Like what's going on there?
It's fat. It's fat.
So you think that's just normal? Like you'd eat that? You wouldn't even think that.
I wouldn't eat that. I wouldn't want to eat that.
But you would. You would be like, oh, that's normal behavior from Burger King.
I wouldn't have taken it and opened it up like that. I would have bit it once.
we know that. We know you.
But like I would have bit it once. Look at the bite mark. Is the bite mark so bait? Like this is why you don't open these things up.
It looks like there's no chicken in there.
But that's what the middle of the burgers look like when I open them up.
This is the middle patty though. But
the patty is made of chicken. Everything you're seeing is the chicken, including the like breading. It's like part of the.
You know what it probably is now that I think about it? Have you ever seen those videos of like big nuggets like meat where it's like just like
Pink goo.
Pink slime, dude.
Yeah, it's just like not even like form. It's not even meat. It's like some weird.
No, I mean it is
Fucking,
at the
like,
base of
lab
it is meat, but it's just taken
packaged
off,
like it is
chopped
thing.
up, and
Yeah.
made into like a slurry, and then pushed through a tube into a mold and molded into a shape that's supposed to look like a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
And sounds.
And that's what you're looking at there, deep fried and poorly done, bro.
I even saw pink slime and was totally down with chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets in Canada, is it also pink slime there? Because chicken nuggets in Canada taste remarkably different from the US.
Yeah, I don't think we allow pink slime here, but to tell you the truth, I
That
could be
sounds
very
so
wrong. We
racist.
do have some fucked up agricultural laws here. There's a lot of shitty practices being protected.
Oh yeah, like what?
Who they're protecting?
Fucking these large producers of meat. And
Okay, but what about this
corn
though? Do you think
and
is this you?
sunflower.
What about this? Tell me if this is you. Tell me if you agree with this. So this is a buffet,
Okay.
and I
Oh,
didn't
this
know
guy
this.
goes in the kitchen.
Yeah, he's mad. He's like, "Yo, where are the crab legs at?" I didn't know crab legs were that hot an item. I don't personally give a shit about crab legs.
Me neither.
Yeah,
But
They're
people-
delicious
I guess-
and I love them, but I don't care for it. Like I'm not. Like you're not that good, bro. You're gonna have to give
But,
me a
like,
lot more meat
this
than
isn't
that if
this
you want me to use
isn't
a
crab
tool.
legs though. This isn't crab legs. This is just stupid people. This is extremely.
They're like,
stupid
listen, people went so crazy. We got to ration them 2 crab legs per person. Like people are hanging out by the buffet. What kind of buffet person are you?
That's
I haven't-
Amir.
I
Amir's
haven't
there.
been to a
Amir's there
buffet.
first.
He's like best
Or-
deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like most value.
Yeah, I wouldn't go wild at a buffet.
Look at these fights. People are fighting. It's like Boxing Day. It's not. It's like what do you call it?
Yeah,
It's
Black
like-
Golden
Friday.
Corral over the steak. They went crazy. Golden Corral's lit. I had such a fun time there. Oh, I fucking loved it.
Now they have to put it under glass.
No, look at these scumbags coming up and grabbing all of them.
They're allowed though. Like
I
that's
know, but
what's annoying.
there's a
It's like,
social. There is like an element of like
I just
act like a normal person.
Yeah, act
Please.
like a normal person for sure. But like I've been to buffets and like it's another thing where I know it's wrong and it's not the considerate thing to do, just like 2 people holding a parking spot. Like I get it, but when the rules aren't in place and this is how it
Yeah.
is, at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, well, tell the fucking guy in the back to make
it a
3
rule.
3 crab legs trays. Take a look, dude. No one wants your fucking pink slime tray over here. Get that out of here. I played enough Overcooked to know how to run this restaurant right now.
Run
And like,
this.
you should they like take it. Like if someone was there and they were taking the like if I was there and a guy was next to me and he was in front and it was just him and I waiting for 20 minutes and then they came and he took all of them, I would make a joke. I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be like, I'd be happy that I have this story for the rest of my life right away. But I'd be like, bro, all of them? What about me? I'm a big boy too. So it'd be better than that. But anyways, he's allowed. It's like that's the rule of the buffet. Like you can take
The
you can
rule
take
What's
the
the like
buffet.
social? What's the social contract that's required from people? Come on.
it has to fit on your plate. If your plate has nothing else, you can fill it up with just mashed potatoes, your entire plate.
Can you go out for you and your whole family? But oh, sorry, I'm getting for me and my wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you're in line, you're like, I'm grabbing for her too.
Yeah,
Her and my
I
son,
sanction that.
I think if you're there and I'm in line and the crab legs comes and he takes a plate and he fills it up and then puts it down and has another plate under it and fills it up and puts it down and have another plate under it and fills it up and puts it down, 3 plates in front of me, I'm cool with that. Bro, I've been on cruises, bro. I move with these boomers. I see them.
Mhm.
And you know what? It's also because maybe that I get a lot of joy in seeing people exist like that.
you like
Like I like that. I like,
You
'cause
like
it
the
entitles
chaos?
me. It entitles me to have an interaction now that I know they don't want to have, but it's gonna be presented in a unique angle. Like, oh, if you're gonna take all the crab legs for your whole family, we're gonna have a little discussion now. And I'm
Yeah,
not
like
even,
when that
if-
guy butted in line in fucking Italy or wherever you were.
Oh no,
That's
that was me
different.
getting
That's
mad.
different.
That was a rare moment. I got mad.
No, I know.
Yeah, that was weird. I can't believe I tried to fight his whole family. Like I literally, with this mustache, like I would look racist as hell.
Yeah,
like
well,
if someone
if the
smashed me
shoe
with a
fits.
chair, it would pop off online and they'd be like, Psh, these people keep fucking up. Another one just got a chair on his head. And at a glance, it would have looked like that. But anyways,
If you could pull it off kind of like the card narc, but you're the line narc, you know, you go in there.
Mhm.
There's a better line for it, but you know, you just hang around lineups everywhere and you see people buddy, you're like, oh, this fucking guy right here. You think this lineup's for you just to budge in front of everyone else? You think you're better than everyone?
think you're better
I don't
me.
like people that butt in lines. I will say
Buddy in
something.
line's a big no-no.
I was at the airport and a guy, like, the line was like fat and loose a bit, and I was uptight, but like to the person in front of me, but I could see how there was spaces, and I saw a guy eyeing an angle that he could definitely interject and get in line, and I was there, and I was like, hey, and he like looked, and I was like, the line starts back there, because I saw where he was going, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know, and I'm like, okay, and then I looked straight. It was done. I said it. He's not going to cut in now after I said it.
He still might.
Yep. And then he goes, I just hear him go, hey. And I look and he goes, we're all going to get on the plane.
It's so funny because
That
it's
would
like,
make me so mad.
it's so funny because it's like, you're the one that needs that lesson right now.
I
You're the person that needs that
I
lesson.
was so like, for me to go down to level 1 and just be at level 1, because anything else is like, that'll be the loss with this guy. It was like, oh, I didn't mean to anger you. I was like, that's correct. We're all going to get in the plane, and we're all going to do it in a line. And so we're all going to get in. So if you were standing over there worried about, should you cut in to get in the plane, you don't have to worry about that. Because like you said, we're all going to get on the plane. And he's like, okay, dude. I'm like, okay. And I just remember being like, this guy was also like, it didn't help that we're boarding a plane to LA. And I was a connecting flight. So I was
You're
like,
like, it selects for douchebags.
I was like in this random state, and this guy had a cowboy hat on with like this skull brooch on it. And I know it's like a YSL designer cowboy hat. It's like a very expensive cowboy hat. And his hair was just like sick. And he, to me, not a guy that I would ever find attractive, but he is a good looking guy in the sense that like a Jonas brother is a good looking guy. Not a guy I'd want to fuck if I was forced to fuck a guy. I am straight though. The Jonas, like but he had that look, and he had his guitar with him also. And I remember just thinking like, oh, you for sure were the sickest guy at your high school. And now you're going to come to LA, show up at a party with your guitar. Do you know how many guitars are going to be there? And the people who are best, the people that don't have the guitar they're really good at guitar. You're not, and you're already butting in line.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to have to do better than that, pal.
You should have done the like got your nose.
You got to get up pretty early in the morning.
With his hat. I should have taken, I got your diamond skull brooch on your hat. Got your designer cowboy hat.
For real though, are we gonna go to this
To fucking
Paul,
Albuquerque?
KSI.
When is it?
It's like so soon. I want to go so badly.
I might be in Thailand with your mom.
Jesus Christ.
For real.
Tony Huge.
My mom was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna Israel, or if you want.
Heather's not going to
Heather,
Thailand.
don't, not now. And then she was like, yeah, or Thailand, your aunt is going, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to Thailand with her then.
Yeah.
So anyways, you got to teach her how to hold the camera, or you got to come too.
Come to.
Oh, that's next after our New York trip. We're starting with New York, and if it goes well, it's like okay, Thailand next. Because I don't know, we need that next demographic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, our boy Eric's going to be in Thailand. He might be moving there and posting up for like 8 months.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's gonna be
Boy
crazy,
Eric.
dude.
Boy Eric.
All right, let's end this. I need to go to bed.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment, share the podcast. That helps a lot. Tweet it out. If you tweet it, tag Epic Mealtime or me, you just basically get free retweets because we post that when people do that. Shout out to y'all. Big Lynch holding it down. Donnie Duckets and me, the sauce. Oh, guys, also Harley plays on Snapchat. I've been posting a lot of vlogs there. It's been going very well. Yeah, do that. Okay, bye.